Papa's getting ready. You have to talk into the camera. Hi everyone, it's Grada here from the Purple House with one of the most important men in my life, and Elijah Robertson, who is staying the night here. So tonight I wanted to focus a little bit on children because we've had a lot of requests recently to do with children's health, especially what do you do when the children are hyperactive or on their worst behavior or naughty or behavioral problems. Elijah doesn't have any of those problems, but he has his other issues, which we'll talk about in a minute. Hey, Elijah?
Yeah.
Okay, so for everyone, all the mums and dads who are pulling their hair out, and if you want to calm your child down or make your child feel at home and safe and secure in their body, I'm going to show you the two most important, powerful stress relief points are right here under my hand here. And so just by simply putting your palm on your hand, off your hand there, and the other hand at the base of the neck. Do you want to come around, Peter, or not? At the base of the neck, so right here. That's allowing the energy from my hand to go into the primitive brain or the survival brain or the brain stem, which is right here. And so this is where unresolved stresses and trauma are kept in the body right there. And what is happening is the energy now between my hands goes backwards and forwards and really tunes your child up to his highest or her highest, best self. Okay. So Elijah's behavior is usually pretty good. He's like a normal, what you expect of a boy. He enjoys school and everything, and he has a twin brother, and lots of stuff going on in his life. But I'm balancing Elijah up now, so his body finds the blueprint for perfect health. Because Elijah's body is always struggling with health-wise. Okay, he suffers from lots of allergies and aches and pains. Do you want to go back, Peter, and while I do that, he can talk into the camera? So he can look us in the eye. Do you need to come a bit closer so people can see Elijah? Yeah? Okay, so Elijah, what is your biggest struggle, the thing that you struggle with the most in life? That you wish you didn't have it. If it could go away, your life would be so much better. What would that be?
Probably my arthritis in my knees.
Mm-hmm. So Elijah has arthritis in his knees, and it stops him from running around and doing the things that other boys do. Hey, Elijah? Okay. Sometimes it's better and sometimes it's worse. It's been really bad the last few days because of the cold snap, okay, the cold weather. So I'm going to do a mini correction so people see what I do when children come to me for a treatment. Is that okay with you, Lights? Is there anything else you want to say in the camera?
No thanks.
What do you enjoy most about your life? Something special.
Don't really know.
At school, you love being at school and you love learning, eh? And Elijah is a fantastic actor, like the greatest, best actor. And he's a really good dancer as well, even though his knees are sore. And what about maths? Are you good in maths?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else?
He's a good, who's the dancer?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson impersonator.
I know, it's awesome. Yeah, really. Okay, and here is Stumpy is lying behind your head because Stumpy, obviously, it's our healing cat and wants to heal Elijah, but I don't know if that's a good idea at the moment. Okay, do you want to lie down, Elijah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Elijah, he has to be on a really strict diet of mostly meat proteins are safe for Elijah and meat fats. And water and salt, and that's about his staple food. If Elijah eats any fruit at all, he gets really, really sick, don't you, Elijah?
Yeah.
or any sugar or carbohydrates or grains or eggs, pretty much all the normal food. He can't eat at all, otherwise he would be sick all the time and he wouldn't be able to walk at all, would you, Lige?
Yep.
Okay, so what to do? First of all, children like Elijah need iodine, and they need lots of iodine, especially in the cold weather, because iodine supports the thyroid, which lies here, and the thyroid is the body's thermostat. So I'm going to see, yeah. So the iodine is already gone into Elijah's thyroid, but there is an energy block right there, so which I'm going to clear. Okay. So Elijah's body is remembering somebody or someone or a pet that died. Do you remember a pet that died, or a person who's died recently? Lige, do you know?
Opa?
Oh yeah, right. So there's an energy block around here, and it's to do with Opa, which is my father, who died 10 months ago. So we can never assume that children don't know anything, because they do know everything on a bodily cell unconscious level. They're totally aware of absolutely everything that goes on in the universe. So I've just healed that blocked energy around Opa. And there is a lost feeling. Just repeat after me. I feel lost.
I feel lost.
What else? It's not to do with that boy again who went to the mainland. No, what's the fisher boy who was living with Gran and Grandpa?
Lewis.
Lewis, do you miss him?
Not really.
What about, did you have a rabbit that ran away? Or you've forgotten about it?
Well, Colin did have 2 rabbits, but I didn't really have a rabbit. I had a guinea pig that died though.
No, you had a guinea pig that died. Think about the guinea pig that died, okay? And see that stress sits in his heart and it's not doing him any good, okay? And just repeat after me, I feel obsessed.
I feel obsessed.
Did you feel a bit obsessed when it died, or what? That means you can't stop thinking about it.
Kind of.
All right. So I'm just asking the body what the stresses are, and quite often it's nothing to what we actually think is going on in their daily life now. Like my father died, which is Elijah's Opa, he called it 10 months ago, and that stress is still lingering in his body. So Elijah has a condition called pyrrole disorder, which apparently 10% of the population has this condition, but there are no medical tests for it. And it's to do with always being anemic, getting aches and pains and inflammation and lots of allergies and feeling really tired and never fully recover. So 10% is a huge slice of the population. And if you suspect you have symptoms of pyrrole disorder, which I'll post on Facebook, you can Google it, and there are specific laboratories that you can send. How did we have to do it with Elijah? I think we had to send Elijah's urine away, and then we got the answer back. And it showed that he is on a severe spectrum of pyrrole disorder, which means his body is always out of balance with copper, zinc, iron, and molybdenum. So I'm going to do a balance on that. Luckily, I can balance it. So here is zinc. And I'm going to, so his brain needs zinc at the moment, and it's not absorbing it for reasons, because there's a stress there. I feel neglected, his body says. Okay, how have you been feeling neglected? Have you been feeling too busy? Any? Don't know?
Don't really know.
Okay, that's okay. There you go, it's gone already. So now his zinc is balanced. It's as quick as that, which will mean I can balance his copper now. So copper, we do need a little bit of copper in our body to make our bodies function properly. But if copper goes crazy, like if it gets out of hand, it's really like a tiger that's escaped from the zoo, and it does a lot of damage. So Elijah has copper stress in his eyes. I don't know how I can show you that, but I can see it with my intuition. So he has copper stress everywhere. maybe I can show you. Hold nice and strong light. Hold nice and strong. And so when I go over his eyes, his arm, especially this one, the arm wants to go down over his heart as well. And his base chakra, there it is. Did you see that? Okay, so let's balance that. So your body goes, or feel mean. What's been mean in your life recently? Is it just to do with the pain in your body?
Yeah.
Do you want to zoom Elijah in a bit so they can see his face? Because he's so handsome. Just temporarily. Okay. That's good, isn't it, Elijah? So Elijah, because his knees have been really excruciating, and his body is telling us now how mean that was for him. Because he had a lot of pain on the weekend, didn't you?
Yeah.
When it was snowing. And you can see on his face, he's got a slight allergy happening right now. Even though you've only had healthy food today, haven't you?
Yep.
So I'm just balancing him up. Do you want to show your knee in a minute or not? Would you rather not show it? No? Okay. So I'm just healing Elijah with energy that his body is lacking. So energy that comes out of my hands neutralizes toxic energy in Elijah's body, and then suddenly he gets new lease of life. We've been doing this for as long as you've been around, haven't you, Elijah? Yeah? So Elijah's nearly 10. We've been doing it for that long. So the copper correction is taking a little bit longer than all the rest, so it's stubborn. Okay. And it tells me that sometimes Elijah gets a little bit obsessed about stuff. So minerals have key actions in our body that create mood swings and so on. And if you have too much copper in your body, that can make you feel very, very angry or furious, or also very, very anxious. So I'm just clearing that now because he doesn't need his energy. He doesn't need that kind of stress in his body. And Elijah, do you want to have more money? Do you ever think about money?
No.
Okay. I think he's picking up on his parents, or maybe his mom or dad worry about money sometimes. I'm just clearing that from his body. Okay. So the copper is nearly done, but there's a little bit left there. And the zinc is still good. Magnesium is excellent. And Elijah takes Oral Life instead of Mighty Means, because for Elijah the Mighty Means, there are a few things in there that doesn't agree with him. And Oral Life is full of really great enzymes that help his body to break down toxins and stuff. Okay, so that's good. Mercury, I'm just testing him really, really quickly. In case you're wondering, these are all toxins and this is adrenaline. So he is running on his adrenaline a bit, and there is a candida stress in his body. So people with pyrrole disorder, they always get toxic candida levels in their bodies, which makes your life even more miserable, and it means you tend to have brain fog, bloating, inflammation, you can't think clearly, and your life is miserable. So I would suggest for everyone to come in definitely once a month and have a bit of a tune-up. Have your minerals balanced, get rid of toxins, and so you can have a good life. Pete? I like to have a session myself regularly with some of my practitioners, because they all know what they're doing. And if it hadn't been for being able to heal Elijah, he would definitely be in a wheelchair by now. Okay, so just say to me, I feel isolated. That means I feel a bit cut off from other people. Just say that to me.
I feel isolated.
Do you feel isolated sometimes?
I don't know.
That means that you're alone. When do you feel alone?
Yeah, out of school sometimes.
At school?
When it's recess and lunch.
Oh, okay. When it's recess and lunch at school, because you can't play and run around with the other kids. Okay. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, And breathe the color green in all the way in through your body and out. Yeah, that's stuck in his knees. And just do that again. Think of the color orange this time. So this is bringing up huge stress in his body, where he feels alone a lot. And so he really needs to feel that in his body so that stress can go. Okay, beautiful. I am so proud of Elijah. Hey, we're all so proud of Elijah, and repeat. Because he's like a brave warrior. Just always gets on with your life, don't you, Elijah? Mm-hmm. Even though he feels pressured. Say, it's safe for me to relax.
It's safe for me to relax.
I give myself permission to be healthy.
I give myself permission to be healthy.
Mm-hmm. I'm worthy of perfect health.
I'm worthy of perfect health.
I'm worthy to be pain-free.
I'm worthy to be pain-free.
I'm worthy to be free of pain.
I'm worthy to be free of pain.
That's good. Take another big breath in. Okay. Okay, so that's balanced. His copper, zinc, candida, mercury, heaps of other stuff, adrenaline, all his minerals, iodine, magnesium. Magnesium is absolute key for everyone, but Elijah gets that all the time. Do you want to sit up again for a minute, Elijah? Ooh, you're hot now. So your body is reacting. So, normally when we give children a treatment, we do a bit more than this, of course, and sometimes there are stresses inside the family, then sometimes it's a good idea to bring yourself and the kids along, and I can usually give a few members in the family a bit of a tune-up so that you're all getting the benefit, not just one person. But Elijah, who has serious problems, he always really needs a full hour for himself, don't you, Elijah? Okay, so for everyone, this is, balances your child up so that he or she can be his or her absolute best behavior and become totally lovable and relaxed. It clears old programming. So some of these programs, we're born with it. Elijah was born with all this stuff going on in his body already, but it still works just doing a simple correction like this. And I would say do it for 3 minutes a day, minimum. Or maybe if your child is really out of control, 3 times 3 minutes a day, which is an investment of 9 minutes that costs you nothing other than a little bit of time. And then the body can heal itself. So how does that feel like? A bit more relaxed? Mm-hmm. I think Light is awesome. He's my inspiration. He inspires all of us. Hey, Light? Because you just get on with it. And he looks after himself. He doesn't ask for lollies or biscuits or nothing. Yeah? Do you? Or fruit or anything.
Lamb chop.
He just gets a lamb chop and lots of meat fats and with salt on it. Yeah?
Yep.
And some fermented foods, yeah. So there was a question today from a mum, and her little girl has eczema behind her ears. So I would also still suggest do this to de-stress it, because eczema is often to do with internal stresses. Put iodine on your child. Everyone needs to put iodine on their child, because kids are coming home with bugs all the time and they get sick. So Elijah gets about 10 drops a day, but normally we say about 3 drops a day per child. Sorry. Lick some salt, healthy salt. Give your children vitamins. So for the child with eczema, I would also say book in for a session, even over the phone, so we can find out what her allergies are. So she needs to avoid the foods that are causing her skin to be triggered into eczema, and also check for worms, because like skin issues are often connected to worms. And what else? Healthy gut bacteria, of course. It's always coming from the gut. So make sure that if she's been on antibiotics, she needs to have good gut bacteria, like Immuno Restore or something like that. What else do we have? That's
Probiotic food for kids.
Yeah, probiotic and fermented foods every day. That's like super helpful. And cut out sugars and most fruits. So bananas are the worst fruits for people, and they don't even give bananas to monkeys anymore in the zoos because all the monkeys were going crazy, plus they were getting sick and they also had ADHD. So if monkeys don't get bananas anymore, we certainly shouldn't give our kids bananas because it's just too sweet, and all the bananas that are imported are also, irradiated. So they've just lost their goodness. So actually, I'm just going to challenge you to stop giving your child bananas for a whole week and see how much improvement you see.
Plus a little bit of coconut oil as moisturising.
Oh yeah, I hope you heard that. Pete said
They won't.
coconut oil on the eczema as a little bit of a moisturizer. Okay, I hope you enjoy this for tonight, that you got something out of it. So yes, don't keep struggling when your child has issues or yourself, because we can change that in one session and it's absolutely life-changing. Okay, so tune in next week and send us some more really, really hard questions, please. And hope you all stay safe and warm. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.